Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. It is the Big Men on Campus podcast. We're live on a Wednesday, February 28th, 2018. I'm your host, the Big Men on Campus, getting you ready for a Wednesday in college hoops. A lot going on tonight, lot to talk about. We'll get into that and more here on the show tonight. Hope everyone had a great Wednesday afternoon and morning, whether you're at work, you're at home, whatever you're doing. I hope it was a productive day for you. Productive day for me already. Got a winner with AC Milan plus a half a goal. Gave that on the round table, so hopefully you cashed in. But we shift our focus to college hoops. Yet another day, yet another dollar, another day in the office. Just another day in the world of the Big Man on Campus. Off a winning night last night, a winning week so far. 2-0. One play a day keeps the doctor away. Objective met, as we say here. 2-0 on the week, 118 and 68 on the season, 42.7 units of net profit, and that is 63.4%. Now, keep in mind, that is all for free. That is all one unit. That is all sticking to the script and just winning games. There's no fluff here. There's no 10-unit bullshit. There's no bet 8,000 plays a night, and we just had one big night. That has been November to March, straight fire, only getting stronger. What else do you say? Another life, another day in the office. Let's get to the play tonight, and then we'll get into the rest of the show. If you have questions, leave them for later. We don't want to clog up the feed here with random questions that I'll probably get to anyway. I'll give out the play of the day, then we'll go through some other games, see if there's any value. Shout out to everyone in here. A lot of you. James Ross, David, Mike Monroe. What's up, man? Kirk, Josh Marches on. Will Crowden, Blue Bayou, Nick, Matson, Matt, Michael Robertson. Michael Robertson checked out the OVC preview. Said, I threw down a little on Tennessee State at 60-1. Good. Hopefully you did. I like that play. Little couple shillings on that. Hit the like button if you're out there. We've had a lot of likes. You've had a lot of views lately. Appreciate all of you. Looks like you're telling your friends about it, and I appreciate it. It's the only way we're going to grow here on the show. Let's get into the play tonight here. What's up, Jay High 456? My man, what's up? Good to see you, man. Bernie from Brooklyn. What's up, Bernie? Good to have you. Dean Stevenson, the Rooktis, Tony O, Michael A, Jay Patel, Marquise, Normal Nation, Juan Whitaker, Yanks guy. What's up? Carlos Peroy, Michael Watt, Gianni. What's up? Paisan, Tim Liu. What's up? John Canfield, Naeem. Brick City Matt, what's up, my man? Tani Garcia, second day in here. Good to have you back. That's the key to life, getting people to come back for the second time. I'm glad to see you in here. Mook, what up? Mook watching before he goes to play basketball. That's great. Jason Hunter, Ant-Man, Michael, Teeks, Jeff Slaughter, my man, how you doing? Retro Star, Jose, Teddy B, what up? Rolls Royce, you were a shit talker back in the day. Now I see you in here. You know whose ring you got to kiss. I see you, though. Bird Chirp Gaming, Paco Healy, Nick Novakowski, what up? Peter Shoughton from Las Cruces, New Mexico, what up? Mike A, Reg Anderson, Austin, Kevin White, Big Tom, Damian, Rashawn, Michael, Scott Letty, Steve Mack. Kyle, let's get to the pick. We don't want this line to move. We want to make sure we grab it right now. I am on 776, Mount St. Mary's, -5.5 against Robert Morris. You can find 5.5 at Bookmaker, Intertops, U-Wagers, Just Bet. There are various books that have that line right now, and I bet it on my local at 5.5. Let's go with Mount St. Mary's. Listen up. This is important. Make sure you're understanding why I'm betting this game. A lot of reasons to like it, and I'm going to tell you why right now. As you guys know, I spent a lot of time on all the conferences. The NEC conference I've always enjoyed. It's a good conference, good basketball, pretty high level for a lot of the year. And this Mount St. Mary's team has been one of the bell cows down there out of Emmitsburg, I believe Emmitsburg, Maryland. Jamie and Christian's done a great job there. Made the tournament last year, and they made it really through the fact that they had a elite home court advantage. And they have had a home court advantage. It's been very impressive. 11-2 straight up this year. They're scoring 80 points a game, shooting at 48%. That's impressive. For a team of this caliber and a league of this caliber to shoot 48% all season, that's pretty impressive. Christian's actually won 7 straight against Andy Toole, the coach of Robert Morris. Robert Morris just hasn't had any success against Mount St. Mary's. Opponents this year are only shooting 43% inside the stadium. They've really just made it a great home court advantage. And being that it's the NEC Conference Tournament, the higher seed hosts. You look at Robert Morris, it's been a tough year for this team. They've been pretty average, inconsistent at times. But the problem with them is they really haven't been able to get any sort of consistency on the offensive end. They're only shooting 40% on the road this year. They don't get to the foul line a ton. They foul way too much. When they get to the foul line, they don't make their free throws. They just really don't do anything that you need to feel confident. You look at both games this year against Mount St. Mary's. Mount St. Mary's absolutely dominated them. You look at Robert Morris, they scored 53 points and 42 points. They lost by 19 and by 25. You ask why? Well, because they've had their number for many years. And you look at the fact of how many turnovers Robert Morris had. They had 19 in one game and 19 in another. And you ask yourself, well, big man, do you think they can duplicate that tonight? Do you think Mount St. Mary's could turn them over? Yeah, because if you know anything about Mount, if you've watched Mount St. Mary's, you would know that they press a ton. Full court pressure is their game. Their coach used to coach Shaka Smart. He's a Shaka Smart disciple, and he's been able to really get this press to work. You look at, like I said, the first 2 games, 19 turnovers. The reason why, they have a freshman point guard that has not been able to handle the pressure here. And I look at both games and I ask myself, is it going to be much different? I mean, sometimes matchups just don't work. Add into the fact of they've won 7 straight against Robert Morris. Add into the fact that it's been a terrible matchup over the years. And guys, this is not like, okay, they turned the ball over 19 times in 2 different games. Okay, cool. You look at it back in, last year, there was a game where they turned the ball over 25 times, Robert Morris. They just don't do well against the press. It's at home. It's a conference game. You look at free throw percentages here. That could be a big difference in this game. Robert Morris, 66%. Mount St. Mary's up at almost 74%. You look at the turnover issue. Mount St. Mary's don't turn the ball over. Plus, they have the best player in the conference in Junior Robinson. 5'5". Junior Robinson, best player in the conference. It all points to Mount St. Mary's. I'm all over this play tonight. Give me Mount -5.5, your play of the day. If you can get anyone else to break this game down the way I just did, well, then fucking listen to them, because I don't think there is. And again, if you got to get 6, sorry, I get 5.5. That's just where I am. If the line moved, the line moved. I got 5.5. You can get 5.5 at various books. Yep, I know. Yep. Let's go through some comments here. What's up, Scott Brooks? Long-time listener, first time in the chat, been following you since last basketball season. All right, what's up, boy Lee Song? Welcome in. Glad to have you on the show today. Justin Johnson, what's up? What's up, Trevor Holt? You have so many haters on Twitter. It's hilarious. Well, just got to laugh at them, Make sure when you put plays out, you're not deleting them. That's no good. Don't do that. And then don't lie and say they were screenshotted and we had some big issue with you. Look, if you put plays out, make sure they win. If they don't, you better be there to fucking take it if they don't. I see all you little crumbs out there putting plays out and then deleting them when they lose. When you go 0-4, when you try to fade me, you know what's up. I see all that shit. You don't understand. We got disciples here. We got people that see that shit. You're not a capper. It's time to head back to the crawl space business, pal. You're no good in this business. And you think you want to come at me? Come on, man. You're better than that. You do you, I'll do me. But I do see you deleting plays. Don't just remember that. Then you try to say, "Oh, that was photoshopped." Yeah, all right, it's photoshopped. Good excuse. You got bum rushed by 4 plays because you're trying to put out basketball. Like you know what you're talking about, and you got fucking murdered. So you deleted it to make it look like no one saw it anyway because no one cares. Most of your followers are bought, and you got caved in. It's all good. It's all good, man. It happens. But it's time you head into the bathroom because that's where you belong. Put him in a bathroom. But son, he ain't going to fit in there. Eddie Mush is in there. Get him out of here. Thanks, Patty. Appreciate it. Let's keep it moving. Let's get to the rest of the card here. See if we have any interest in the rest of the card. Um, Xavier Providence. Tough one. Not much interest in this one. Is Xavier good enough defensively to be laying this kind of number? It's a question I have. I like Providence. I mean, there's a reason they're a tourney team. Ed Cooley, a great coach. Like him a lot. But do I want to lay 10 with Xavier? I like them too. Not really an opinion. Pass. LSU, South Carolina, pass. Ole Miss, Kentucky. The question you have to ask yourself is Ole Miss packed it in. Didn't look like it recently. They've actually played pretty well after Andy Kennedy left. But Kentucky, you got to ask yourself, what Kentucky team will show up tonight? I'm one to think Kentucky can make the Final Four. I still think they can. I think they're that talented. Um, you know, have they put some things together? If they play like they did against Missouri, they'll beat anybody. They can play like you can play anyone. It's just they haven't all year. Now you have a number here where you're laying 9. I mean, you look at what a difference a week or two makes. Remember last week when Auburn was a 10-point favorite against Kentucky? Now they're a 9-point favorite against Ole Miss. I get a feeling Kentucky keeps it moving here. I think they win by double digits. Pitt, Notre Dame. I mean, I think people have a contrary belief to think that Notre Dame isn't good enough to lay the wood here. Pittsburgh's really bad. I mean, maybe look at the under. I mean, Notre Dame is really ratcheted up defensively this year. They've kind of been a defensive first kind of team. So yeah, I might look towards maybe an under if you're looking at it. Are you growing more on this MSU team confident? So I predicted them to win the turn. Yeah, because I didn't think anyone else could. But no, I don't know if they can go to the Final Four. No. They're getting better. They're playing better. I don't like their guards. And yeah, there you go. Bonzi's back too. I should have mentioned that. My fault. Remember who you're betting. You're betting Pittsburgh here, a team that had 7 points and 1 field goal, and it wasn't even a 2; it was a 3. I mean, that's heinous. Dayton, LaSalle, 2 teams that have major issues defensively. I'm a big B.J. Johnson fan. I kind of lean LaSalle here. But 2 teams that are horrendous at against the 3-point shot, 2 teams that aren't good against the spread. Both these teams actually are among the worst teams in the country against the number. So remember that. Temple, UConn, talked about this one earlier. I don't know how you back UConn right now. I mean, maybe there's some energy here because it's senior night, and I mean, I don't really think that's a big deal to players that play at UConn. I think they just are ready for the season to end. Temple really can't afford a game like this. Now, keep in mind, beating Connecticut isn't going to move the needle, but losing to Connecticut would. That's a terrible loss that can't happen late in the season. So for me, I would go Temple. I think they will win. They played better lately. It's just sometimes with Temple, you never know what team will show up. But at this kind of price point, this is where you like Temple. This is, if they were -7, then no, I wouldn't like them as much. SMU Houston, SMU starting to get healthier as you look at their team. I mean, they still have Jimmy Witt, they still have Jamal McMurray, still have Amelagu, still have Landrum, still have Ethan Chargois, but that's it. They literally have 5 players that you trust. Look, if Shake Milton's in there or Dre Foster, then maybe I think maybe you could see a letdown game with Houston. They can't pound everyone by 60, but it's hard to get involved with SMU. Let me go down to some of the games, kind of the tournament games. I'm actually pretty high, as I said, on Tennessee State and the OVC. I think they're worth a look tonight against Eastern Illinois. The under looked pretty tasty here as well. Both these teams really want to play in the half court. They don't get out and run. They're both very slow tempo-wise. It's a tournament game, so I think possessions are going to be at a premium in this one. Unless these teams shoot out of their minds, I think this one will stay under. I think this game is very low 60s, high 50s type of game. Maybe 58, 54, 58, 51, something like that. I'd be surprised to see a team get over 65 points in this one. Should be a Dana Ford-esque type of defensive performance. I would say Tennessee State and the under. Central Connecticut Wagner. If you listen to the premium or if you listen to the show, I said I thought Wagner would win the conference, though I think they'll get tested in the next round against Long Island Brooklyn. I like Long Island Brooklyn. They have an interesting game tonight against St. Francis, but the game tonight that we're looking at is Wagner. And do I want to say that I think Danielle Marshall has that Central Connecticut State team going in the right direction? Yeah, and they have. You look at last year, Central Connecticut was among the worst teams in the country. You look at this year, double-digit wins. Danielle will make an imprint there. This is a team that hasn't made the postseason, it seems like, in many years. But this year they did. And you got to give him some credit there. You go 14-17 with that type of recruiting, that type of team, got to give Danielle his due. But I'll tell you right now, this Wagner team is good. They're really good. Bashir Mason has a really good defense, as always. They play that zone defense. But I'll tell you what, this year, like I said in my preview, now they have some efficiency offensively as well. JoJo Cooper's a great point guard. They have Ramon Saunders. They have Blake Francis, 3 guards that are just fantastic. So now you add in the wrinkle that you can score now. And now, okay, now you got a really good basketball team. And there's a reason they're, $1.20 to win this tournament. Tonight, I think they'll win by double digits. Central Connecticut's a nice story. I think what Danielle Marshall's done there is pretty impressive. But right now, I can't think they would hang here. This is a home game for Wagner. I'd be all over. I'd be probably all over Wagner here. St. Francis, Brooklyn, LIU, Brooklyn, Battle of Brooklyn here. Before I die, I'll get to this game. I've always wanted to go to this one. There's something about Brooklyn basketball that just kind of gets you going. If you remember, he got game. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Coney Island. I like this LIU team a lot. They brought in Derek Kellogg from UMass, who has done a really honorable job there. I think he fits in that campus. He fits where they are. He fits in at that university, and I like the hire. And they've been an entertaining team to watch. You want to watch entertaining basketball? This is a game for you. Up-tempo, fun, transition, a lot of points, a lot of attacking. Fun team, LIU Brooklyn. You keep an eye out for Jason Augusto, Joel Hernandez, Rayshawn Clark. This is a good team. This is a really interesting team. And I think a team down the road that could give Wagner a bit of a fit. As far as the game, though, I have a feeling it comes down to the wire and it's a fun one. Both these teams are going to put points on the board in the battle for Brooklyn tonight. I'm going to hope LIU Brooklyn wins. We'll see what happens. I did take them small 11-1 to kind of hedge a little bit on Wagner, because I think if LIU Brooklyn can get past Wagner or so forth, I think they'll both give the Mount St. Mary's team a little bit of a hitch. My pet play of the day is Mount St. Mary's -5.5. What's up, Hawaii? Welcome in. Good to see you. Parmvar Delone. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. He's saying thank you. Do you think Peyton Aldridge has a chance to make it to the NBA? Yeah, probably. Like Joe Ingles type of player. Yeah, I could see it. Sure. But my guy in the Atlantic 10 is Justin Tillman. I'm all over him. He's my guy. But yeah, Aldridge, sure, I could see it late in the draft, maybe. Sure, it's not a it's not a lottery pick or anything, but yeah, I could see it. We'll keep it going. Do a couple more here. Fairleigh Dickinson, St. Francis. Watch out for the Red Flash. Pretty good basketball team. A lot of people think Fairleigh can hang around here. Fairleigh Dickinson's played tough lately. I didn't look much into this game. I don't look long term. I don't think either of these teams are going to win this conference, so I didn't spend a ton of time on it. But yeah, tonight's play, we'll stick in the NEC. We're going to go with Mount St. Mary's -5.5. I already went over that game. Sorry. Yeah, I have nothing on a 5:30 game. Haven't looked at it. Thanks for the Milan pick. No problem. Winnipeg loves what you're doing. Good to hear, Nelson. What's up, Winnipeg? Winnipeg, Manitoba. I love it. Welcome in, Winnipeg. Let's go through some comments here. If you have some questions on anything, feel free to give us a ring here. Let me know what you want us to talk about or want me to talk about. Big man's going down the line of games. Exactly. I have nothing on over. Don't compare him to Artie Lang. Artie's a terrible gambler. I guess someone compared me to Artie. Well, I don't know if that's good or not. Artie's an interesting guy. As far as resembling him, I mean, he's a younger guy. He's a pretty good-looking guy, I guess, but I have not heard that. Yeah, senior night's not going to help anybody. Who cares about senior night? That's pretty big overreaction. If I were to break down the Mount St. Mary's game verbatim, I'd be getting girls just like the one from a diner. Yeah, well, they like it. What do you want me to say? Colson's playing tonight. Yep, we talked about that. No, I have no opinion on the Minnesota game. Let me ask you a question. Why are you betting Minnesota Rutgers? What's your angle there? I mean, do you have one? I don't. I don't see it. Troy V's heading to the Summit League to watch Mike Dahm, the tournament. Good stuff, Troy. That should be a good one. Always a fun conference. My favorite, the Summit League. I look forward to watching that on TV. Thanks for helping out the small bettors out there trying to make it. If you went tout, I couldn't be profitable with my bet size. Thanks a lot. No problem. Iowa, Illinois, Big Ten game. I lean Illinois. But as I think I thought I mentioned, I don't have much interest in the Big Ten tournament as far as until later week. These early games, I got nothing on them. I'm interested in Michigan's and Michigan State, Purdue, Ohio State. Colorado State, New Mexico. I got nothing on that total, Chief. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, man. All right, I'll do one other game. VCU, George Mason. Then we're going to wrap up the games. Look, I like VCU. I think they're interesting. I like what they did on Saturday. I thought they were really tough. I love Tillman. George Mason's real bad. I would think they'd get it right here and kind of take out some frustration after losing the other night on Mason. So yeah, I would go that way for you. Let's take a look here at some comments, and then we'll wrap it up. There's report around ESPN. Yep, no, I know. That's looked like a concerning thing for a couple days now. Can you give a shout out to my boy? He's a big fan of yours. You got me listening to, and we like your insight. All right. Shout out John Fish. John Fish, what's up? Thanks for watching the show. Appreciate you all tuning in, and shout out to you, RT Colin, for listening as well. I took Jacksonville State to win the tournament after seeing your preview. Good. Like him a lot. Ray Harper, big fan of that guy. Really good team, too. Giga, Drumright, Burnell, Marlon Hunter, Christian Cunningham. Like that team a lot. Really good defensively. Was betting baseball last year profitable? Will you do it this year? Yes, I will do it this year. Was it profitable? I think. I don't remember. Um, my angle in Minnesota is Nate Mason, Jordan Murphy over Corey Sanders. Lack of front court depth. I mean, no offense, dude, but Minnesota doesn't have much either down low. Listen, I just don't see any angles in why you're betting Minnesota Rutgers. I don't really, just don't see it. Where do you rank Boardwalk Empire? I've never seen it. Can't comment on that. Um, Senior night's irrelevant. If you're playing college basketball as a senior, are you really a game changer? Well, there is a lot of game changers as seniors, but most of them have played in high level games, and senior night's just a night for them to kind of be talked about. Senior night, really, what it does is fuck the lineups up, because what they'll do is they'll put in like guys that've never played as seniors, and they'll put them in for like the first minute or two, and they'll do something stupid, and before you know it, you're down 7-1, and it's a timeout. Is that a big baller brand shirt? Yes, it is. Never lost. Yes, it is a big baller brand T-shirt. Where are we going here? Thoughts on Xavier tonight? Question mark. No opinion. I thought you weren't going to do MLB. No, I said I'm going to do shows for MLB. I'm probably not going to do this show though. This show will come back next year. So no, I'm not gonna. I'm going to do my shows that I'm asked to do at SBR, and that's going to be it. So you're a LeVar fan? Question mark. Yes, we've been down that road before. I love LeVar Ball. What do you mean I don't seem like the type? Explain that, Scotty Rock. I'd like to hear what you mean by that. What do you mean I don't seem like the type? I love LeVar. LeBron to Philly is sounding tasty. I'm not a fan of LeBron, but it would be an awesome move. Yes, it's starting to gain some traction, isn't it? I've heard some rumblings that he's been in the area. Why do you look at schools if you don't plan on coming here? There's definitely an option. I came to this channel for the picks. I stayed for the knowledge and the lack of fucks big man gives. Love the show. Shout out to Kieran Paulino. Kieran Paulino, great name. I'm a big fan of that name, Kieran. I like it. Very Irish, very very soccer-ish. I think of the name Kieran. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate your comment. Very. You know what? I don't ever copy and paste these comments, but that one I am. I got to take a picture of that one because I really like that comment. That's that is so true, and I'm glad you can see it. Let me take a picture of that one. Kieran Paulino. Thank you. Good stuff. Don't be a stranger, man. Yep, Malvern Prep. Shout out. Jeff, question for you, and I'm sure others can relate. My count is way up right now. Would you wager size or stay the course? No, you stay the course. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's how you lose money. You never know when the bad levels are going to come. Just stick to what you're doing, profit size, and that way, if you lose, not as big a deal. What about Butler St. John's? What about I don't lean Butler, but do I trust him on the road? Not sure. Didn't you or I have senior night last night? How did that work out? Good point. Exactly. Doesn't mean anything. Most kids are just ready for the season to end. So yeah, I don't think that's a big problem. Uh, what else do we got going here? Boom, 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 boom. Donnie Wrightside and I'll be on tonight on SBR. We'll be hanging out with you for an hour or so at 8 o'clock, going through the live betting, seeing what's going on in college hoops. We'll definitely have some fun second half picks, live bets. Just kind of hang out like we're in a bar watching the game with you. Join us at SBR for that at 8 o'clock. What's the point of better if you don't cash out? Betting if you don't cash out. Good point. You should be moving the money out. That's correct. Good point, Bird Chirp Gaming. The school interest is a major key in free agency moves. Yeah, I mean, let me ask you. Do you think I'm looking at apartments if I'm going to move? Do you think I'm going to look at them in Lincoln, Nebraska? No, because I'm not moving to Lincoln, Nebraska. Why would LeBron be looking at schools in Philadelphia? Was that just because he's interested in how schools are doing around the country? If you were to put a third pick on that wall behind you, who would it be? Probably. That's a good question. Damn, that's a real good question. Because I had like the sports, I had the music. I'd probably go with probably like a movie character, maybe like one of my favorite movie characters, or maybe like a Wire character. There's actually this thing I wanted to buy. I'm actually thinking about buying it. It's a large portrait of like all the different characters in The Wire. So I actually have a friend of mine from high school. His girlfriend. She creates painting. She's a painter. She does them for like all these celebrities. Her name's Tiff the artist. She's really talented. I mean, really talented. But her stuff's like huge. Like she makes big portraits for people. Um, where else are we gonna go here? All right, take it easy, Mike. I know this is a surprise, but it's senior night at Rupp, but there are no seniors on the team. Good point. Big man, it's been a while since I've been able to catch your show. All the fellas in New Orleans like your show. Keep it up. Thank you. Shout out to New Orleans. Do you think under 94.5 Yankees is a good bet? Yeah, I do. Hey, big man, you got to keep having that weirdo Bill on the Blackjack Fletcher show. He's absolutely classic. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, well, I don't know about him. I think he's kind of like I think his story is just like a made up story, but I don't know. I mean, maybe not. He's definitely had some weird stories lately. The Sixers will pick up LeBron this offseason and Giannis the following. Jesus Christ, I die happy, man. No, I haven't been in there lately. I was actually in there the other day, and she wasn't there. Um, I listened in last night, and that Buffalo Bill guy was hilarious. I was cracking up. Yeah, he's a character. Bruce chat. Bill is a tool. Yeah, kind of. He's kind of getting lame. No more Bill, says Pat. Bill's a serial killer. Watch out. I'm not worried about that. What was Bill's problem? He's $1,000 in gambling. Yeah, I guess he owes like 1,100 to a bookie on Friday, and supposedly to him the bookie's connected. His name Vito. When he said that, I was just like, this is not true at all. So we have people that like Bill, and we have people that don't like him. So I don't know. You can put a Basquiat on that wall with all these winners. Yeah, maybe Picasso. Good point. Cat and Terry, please give me a shout out, and I will give $400. Okay, shout out to Cat and Terry. All right, like what? Why is you have a website? Because I used to sell picks, which is common knowledge. It hasn't been updated in many years. That's why it's common knowledge. You used to sell picks. I've made that clear many times. Um, But hey, thanks for mentioning it. Sixers lineup in at 19: Embiid, Davis, LeBron, Giannis, and Simmons. Oh my God, it never happened. But hey, you might be right. Tottenham covers 2.5 goals into being tied at halftime. Yeah, did you see the pitch? I mean, it was snow everywhere. Um, Big man, have you seen Black Panther? No, I haven't. I'm not really into like sci-fi, those kind of movies. I don't really, not really into that. I might see it just to see it. What's the difference between Copa and Serie A? Copa is a cup match. It's a cup they have every year. Serie A is the league. Yeah, I swear you're in love with this waitress. Yeah, everybody talks about her. I've never mentioned her. So where's the 400, Terry? I mean, you throw out some ridiculous thing like that. Where's the money? What a dick. Do you have a memorable sports betting win, one that sticks out from all the others? Nah, not really. Can anyone tell me the play of the day? Mount St. Mary's -5.5. Why did you stop selling picks? Because I was terrible and I never won, and no one was buying them. No, I don't know. Just don't want to do. Didn't want to do it anymore. It's hard to do all these shows and like sell picks. It's tough to do. If you have a team plus 2-5 in soccer that ends in a draw, do you only win half the wager? Yes, you would only win half. Uh, did you take a look at Kentucky? Yes, and I would take them. Terry's real name is Ben on Twitter. Probably. Is it hard? It's hard for me to define bankroll as I just reloaded and it zeroes out. Haven't had to in a few weeks. Thanks to my biggest bets. Tailing big man. Good. It's great. People keep hammering the Mavs, except it's down to 4.5. I'll have to take a look at that. Why is St. Mary's line so small if they blew them out already twice? I don't know. Why don't you ask the bookmakers? My guess is it's a conference tournament game. And it's still decently high. Yeah, where's my 400? Guy just gets a fucking shout out and leaves. Fuck you and your shout out. Alex from Hoboken, really enjoy your show since I found you through Blackjack Fletcher. Info's unbelievable. Only wish I had discipline enough, and only bet your plays long time degenerate. Yeah, well, you can always change how you do things, man. Who are you playing in soccer today? And do you bet U.S. soccer? No, not really. What's your favorite sport? Basketball. I always wonder how many times people come in here at the end of the show and ask what the play is. No one give him the pick. He'll have to wait until the end of the show, and I'll give it out again. We're trying to train you people into listening the whole time. I should do the play at the end of the night. That would probably be a better idea. I will be in Fort Worth, dude. I've said that a couple times. I'll be there. I'm actually not going to be in Dallas, but I'll be in San Antonio. I'm flying into Austin. I would lean over in that game. How about Miami's win last night? Yeah, how about that? Fucking JJ Redick paying him $23 million to miss wide open threes. Big man, curious how that compares historically. Yeah, definitely. Shut up, Cannon. Pay me my money and shut up. Cannon, you can't talk again until you pay me my money. You should do a political commentary show. Love listening to your views on that. That's tough, man. That's a tough avenue to go down. I've already went down that avenue too many times. I don't want to offend people. This is why we live in America, because we're able to listen and do what we want to do. Some people have their views, and I have my views. I don't disrespect the people, though, that have those views. That's why we live in America. I think that's what sports is all about, though. It's able to kind of allow all of us, no matter what we enjoy or we root for or we believe in, we could come in here and it can be an avenue to get away from that. So, no, I don't think I'll ever do that just because I try to just be neutral no matter what. And I'm not neutral. People know my views on things. But I don't want to come in because I respect people that have their opinion. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, cool, nothing wrong with that. Just don't come in here and talk about it. Just the way that I won't come in and talk about Barack Obama or whoever. Has anyone ever heard me talk about Barack Obama? I love Barack Obama. I've never talked about him though. We have like Shy Picks. Him and I have gotten into it before about the political thing, but he respects me and doesn't talk about it anymore. And that's cool of him. We're sports fans, and that's our common bond. We'll spend another 10 minutes on here or so. Let's see what we got. Do you bet MLB? Yes. For the 39,000th time. Any show starting for baseball? We'll probably just keep it going with the right side of campus. I came in late. Austin's about 2 hours away. Okay, well, that's where I'll be, bro, unfortunately. What session of the Big Ten tournament are you going to? We'll be at the early one. Miami Hurricanes at a big one. Yeah, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it was nice to see Jaquan Newton get some shine, man. That was great. He's had a tough year. He's a Philadelphia kid from South Philly. Went to Newman. It's nice to see Jaquan get some love. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Vincent. I don't know what that is or what that's all about. I can't believe you guys give this out for free. What makes you guys do it? Love of the game, Philip Age. The love of the game. No, I do it for free because I have other, ways of, profiting and making money. And I like doing shows. That's why. Yeah, I wish I could mute him. Yeah, Cannon's about to get tossed. Did you figure out who your favorite comedian is? Actually, you know who my favorite comedian is? If you consider him a comedian, Michael Blackson. I think he's hilarious. I think he's really funny, like really funny. Like everything he does and says is funny. I think, like just how he is and like just everything, always funny. Thanks, Eson. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Eric. If you notice, I just said don't talk about it. Eric feels the need every time we even mention anything close to politics. He pushes his space. Let's leave it alone. BMOC banged the Armenian waitress. Well, she wasn't Armenian. She's Israeli. Um, been seeing media reports soon. Sports gambling will be legal. People like Bingham will be high demand for their own shows. Well, maybe. How about that MVP call on Game Show? Holy shit! I'm sure he is a good guy, but it was one of the biggest jinx I've ever seen. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I've just recently started talking to him, and it was something though you can't do. That was definitely brutal. Do I think St. John's gets to the tournament? No, not unless they win their conference. Gronk is back to the Patriots. Big fucking whoop. Who cares? Good for him. Uh, no, that's cool. Good for him. Um, how is St. John's getting into the tournament? Team has a losing record, which is not always a guarantee that they won't not get in, but no, they're not getting in. Honorable job by them, but no, not enough. Austin. Yeah, I'll be in Austin. Yep, I'm flying in there. Big man, no matter price, give me a team that's an outright winner tonight. Uh, an outright winner. So what you want me to give you one game that I think there's no way they lose? Yeah, I don't really like doing that because I'll give you the wrong one. You'll bet the money line, and it'll be an outright loser. I would be really surprised if VCU lost to George Mason, but I'm not sure why. Don't take my word for that. I don't like those kind of bets. Big man, you have a lot of respect in Miami on these streets. Can't wait till you ever have a show. Much love in the strip clubs for you. Trey Day, I got a hood pass everywhere. I'm glad you said that. Appreciate it. Shout out to MIA, Carroll City, stand up. I love it. Uh, someone saying send him to the bathroom. Cannon or whatever his name is. I haven't found him. I can't see him anywhere. If I see him, I'll get rid of him. Big man, you'd be rich if you had a penny for all the questions you have to repeat on this show. Thank you, Tyler Herring. Tyler Herring with another astute comment tonight. That is that's comment of the day 1A. Big man, will you do these shows for college basketball next year? Likely. Where do you break down soccer players? A lot of time I just give them out. If I'm on the air, though, I'll give them out. Arnie's Army. Love the show. Thank you. Hey, welcome in, Arnie. Atlantic City fun for 50th birthday or no? Oh, definitely, Rebecca. Depends when it's going to be. If it's in the summer, definitely. Yeah, for sure. Anyone who can make it to Southtown to meet Big Man in San Antonio, I'll give a $25 gift card. How about that? I love it, Jeff Slaughter. Southtown 101, you could buy a couple burgers for that price, I would imagine. Get a burger, a beer, maybe a little breakfast. I love it. Boom. Anthony McRae, his accent is just funny. No, I don't think his accent is funny, too. I think everything about him is funny. I think his content's funny. I think everything about him is funny. Sounds good, Vincent. Get in touch with me. Sorry for asking. What are your thoughts on Markel Fultz? I'll talk about Markel Fultz on tomorrow's Right Side of Campus. I have a lot to say about that. It's fucking maddening. Is it true when you and Donnie go to watch games together that they have security guards escort you because of the fans? No, that's not true. And even if it was, I wouldn't have a bodyguard. No, no, that is not true. But I have had people come up to me, and I actually have them on video saying that they met me and they enjoyed it. Yes. And I had imagined that anyone that doesn't like me, if they met me in person, probably still wouldn't like me. Do you have any hobbies? Anything? Yes, I do. I love riding my jet ski during the summer. I like to read. I like to go shopping. I like to travel when I can. Right now, I'm a little busy, but yeah, I like to a lot of gambling. I like to just hang out, do things. But yeah, my jet ski's my thing. In the summer, me and my dad go out. You go out in the ocean, and you know, obviously now it seems like millions of months away, but we'll be back there soon. Is Twitter the only way to see your blackjack show? No, we post it, and you can watch it on Blog Talk Radio. Just search Viva La Vegas. Any idea what the show schedule will be when the tourney gets going? No, I don't have any idea. What's your favorite fast food? I don't really have any. This might be hard for a lot of you to believe, but I don't even eat fast food. I don't eat Burger King or any of that stuff. The food that I eat that's not particularly good and hasn't been good is I go to like pizzerias. I like pastas, things like that. But I can't remember the last time I ate like fast food. And if I do, it's like Chick-fil-A. I haven't been to McDonald's in years. I look at like that kind of food as like alcohol almost. And I'm actually, guys, Tuesday. I'm excited. I'm gonna live. I'm not live streaming it, but I'm gonna go live from the gym. I have a new trainer I got on Tuesday. I'm starting. I'm looking forward to it in my town. He's really good guy, awesome trainer. He's got his own gym. I'm gonna start hitting it a little harder here. So, I'll be doing that, 3 or 4 days a week for an hour. So, uh, give him some love. You and Blackjack need to do something together at a bar in Philly or New York. I would definitely attend that. Okay, good to hear. Um, let's get Jeff $400. I don't need the 400. Fuck that guy. He ain't gonna pay me. He was just getting a shout out. He's probably put it on his fucking Instagram story. Hey, look, some guy on YouTube shouted me out. People love me. It's Rich Smith. It's impossible not to have a smile on your face when you're on a jet ski. What a great comment, man. It is so great, isn't it? My favorite is getting on the ski, going out in the water, and you look in front of you, and all you see is other boats and other people having fun, and it's a beautiful day. It's 80 degrees. For the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I go to the shore for a while. You guys know that. I go to the shore for like weeks on end. Just going to the shore, you have nothing to worry about. You just look up, you see sun, you see nice warm weather, you just see the world in front of you, and you hit the gas a little, and you start speeding up, and the wind's blowing. And I'll tell you what, my favorite is obviously I like when it's sunny, but it's actually kind of cool when like it's kind of overcast. It's a little cool, not cold, but like there's a little bit of a wind where you have to wear like kind of a long sleeve shirt, but you can, it's still warm enough where it's just like the sun's not beating on your face. There's nothing better. And I wish all of you could experience. And I know people won't believe what I'm about to say, but there's truly no place better than the Jersey Shore. No place. Where I'm at, where Donnie's at, like when we're at, it's just a perfect place. It's like a different world. Time doesn't mean anything. The day doesn't get started for me. Like the day gets started for me at home at like 10 in the morning or 9:30. Down there, if I don't have anything to do, I'm not going to bed until really late. I go to really late now, but there will be times where I won't even go to sleep. I'll you know, just chill, go to casino at 3, 4 in the morning, come home, chill out, grab a bagel or something, grab a coffee, sit out on the porch. It's just a magical place, man. Just a magical, magical place. And I urge all of you to someday go there. I know it doesn't sound cool. Like you just want to watch, like, you watch TV, but it's just a great place everywhere, whether you're at Cape May or Stone Harbor or Margate or Ocean City or Seaside or Point Pleasant. It's just a great place, man. Um, favorite Sopranos minor character. Uh, hmm. That's something I have to think about. Probably, damn. I don't know about that. That's a good question. Uh, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Ask me later. Ask me tonight. I'll be on SBR tonight at 8. Ask me later. I have to think about that for a second. Because there are a lot of good minor characters. Yeah. Amen, Rebecca. You can't put a price on a good time. Exactly, man. That's how I realize more and more. Like, money's money, man. Like, experiences are everything. Like, was it expensive to go to the NFC Championship? Yes, but I'll always remember it. You know, who's your least favorite team in any sport? The Cowboys. Damn, you live in Florida. You got to get on a jet ski, man. I never heard you so excited. Yeah, the beach just makes me happy, man. Like even going there, like if I went there tomorrow, which occasionally I'll go down there to like check our house out. My dad will send me there or something, and I just smelling the ocean, you know. Jersey Shore reboot show's already been renewed for a second season without even airing an episode yet. Good. I don't know how it'll be, just because you know I don't see how it'll be as good as before. Have ever gone to Point Pleasant? Of course. Who is the Flyers' latest good goaltender? Probably, I don't know, Robert Ash. I don't know. Do I drink Lipton tea or green tea? No, no. Tea, I drink hot tea. I guess it's Lipton, yeah. But a lot of the time it's just regular tea. I don't put sugar in it, it's just straight tea. BMOC, we have a weekend at the shore. That would be great. Snooki ruined it. No, she didn't ruin it. Snooki's the best. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Everyone have a great night. Appreciate all the comments. Okay, sounds good, Henry. Appreciate it. We'll remember that. The girl doesn't even know my name. You don't know my name. I got to listen to that Alicia Keys song. That was in a diner too, I believe. One of my favorite Alicia Keys songs. Mac and Manco or White House. You know, it's interesting, Vito or Vince, Vito Colonna. I'm not a Mac and Manco fan. I've never been. And White House, I prefer Dino's and Margate, frankly, or Baronato's in Ocean City. I don't eat Mac and Manco, honestly. I'm a Three Brothers from Italy kind of guy. All right, guys. Everyone have a great night. Mount St. Mary's is the play tonight, -5.5. Let's cash. Let's put money in our pockets tonight. Everyone have a great night. I'll be back tonight on at 8 o'clock on SBR, and we'll be on with Blackjack a little bit later, 10:30. Yeah, Dino's is great. I heard they're doing a Jersey Shore reunion. Yes, they are. Who's the best high school player in Philadelphia? Like ever? That's a tough one. I already talked about the Owls. I lean that way. No real opinion. Everyone have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow as always. Catch me on SBR a little bit later. Bye-bye.